A lot of you are on the heels of recovery right now. Bad things have happened, bad weather events, and you, maybe yourself, God forbid, or the workers who work with you are in a process now of trying to get things back to normal. Maybe we should ask, does it ever happen? And what is normal? Hi, everybody. This is a pre-accident investigation safety moment. And today, I'm Todd Conklin. Sorry, I forgot to do that. I guess I forget to do that once in a while. Today, we're going to talk about the notion of recovery. But really what I want to talk about is the notion of restoration. Because recovery, I think, sounds really enlightening and amazing and attractive. But really, the ability to recover after a high-risk event has happened is probably pretty difficult. Really what we want to talk about is the ability to restore. So those of you that are managing facilities that got lots of water in the recent hurricanes, you're dealing with a new world, and you know that. I was talking to a couple leaders yesterday who had 300 employees impacted by the recent hurricane in Houston. And they said, we're seeing a lot more near misses, and we're seeing a lot more minor events. And they looked really concerned because they were really concerned. And I said, well, of course. I mean, that's going to be normal, because what these workers are trying hard to do is to sort of get back to where they once were. And human beings are amazing. They're super resilient, and that's amazing. I mean, I'm constantly stunned by how resilient people are. But I want to talk to you a little bit about this idea of restoration. Because if you remember Maslow's pyramid, the hierarchy of needs, and I know I'm pretty down on pyramids, but if you remember that, it starts with safety and security and goes up to self-esteem and self-actualization. So it starts with the very, very, very foundational items, the very basic items that people need in order to survive, and moves up towards the more ethereal, meaningful things that sort of happen to a person who has some latitude and occasional time to think of ideas. When your house is destroyed, you're knocked down that pyramid. And now your most important need is going to be safety and security, a place to live, a place for the kids to stay when they come for Christmas. And so your ability to have those thoughtful pauses that meaningfulness, the things we talk about, is encumbered by the fact that what you're really concerned about mostly is a place to live. And what's remarkable, and you guys know this who are in these workplaces, is that your workers are coming to work for normal. They're coming to work because that's the one place where they can potentially regain that normal. That's where the power of restoration comes in. Restorative thinking is really important. And it's really just a couple questions. Who's been hurt? What do they need? And who's going to give it to them? Think of those questions and absolutely know that you're going to have an increase in near misses, close calls, and events. So while people are at the bottom of Maslow's pyramid, while they're struggling to create normal safety and security, a place to sleep, my advice in this safety moment is that you notch up your protections. You notch up your safeguards. You notch up your controls. What used to be a one-person job with relatively high risk, maybe for the next 6-7 months, maybe that should be a two-person job. Because you can't manage the journey that the people are on, and it's going to happen in different ways and at different rates. So what you must manage is your system's ability to be resilient and recover when you know people who are desperately, desperately searching for the basics are struggling. They come to you to feel normal. Let's give them a system that's robust and resilient so that when they do fail, when their minds do drift, when they do think about the house that they no longer have, we've provided some additional strength for them to recover. That's the safety moment for today. I hope you learned something new. Have as much fun as you possibly can. And for goodness sakes, be safe.